let's take a look at what tasks we have to do. So we left our Fleet Star over by the drilling site. We repaired the bridge last time at the end. And that opens up a pathway we're going to need later for hauling a big semi from the factory all the way over there. It's quite a task to do with the Fleet Star 2070, so I don't know if we're going to do that right away. We probably are going to wait until we have another truck. Now, let's see what we got going on here. We've got Riverside Repair. That involves us delivering service spare parts and wooden planks to the boatman house. That's not too difficult. We might start off with that one. We're gonna save this one for a while as we can use the fuel from the fuel tank and save us some money. Maybe save that one for a while too, and that one. We've got some tasks here. That's the semi truck, and I'd rather save that for a while. Got farming tools. We got to move the curtain side trailer, which I believe is just at the garage there. So we could also start off with that. Again, another fuel carrier, log missions. So probably what we'll do is we'll deliver the service parts and the planks to the boatman's house and the curtain side trailer to the farm and get a little cash there. I'm not sure what the next Husky forwarding contract is, but that'll unlock another contract or maybe several. I can't remember. And then what we'll probably do is we'll travel to Smithville Dam and go and explore a little bit and unlock a few more things there. All right, let's get straight into it. Let's first go to our Fleet Star. All right, now I think what we want to do is we want to go grab the service spare parts first, and then we can go to grab that curtain side trailer, drop it off at the farm, and then grab another sideboard trailer or flat deck trailer, and we will pick up the planks and take them to the boatman's house. Now, is there anywhere we can get gas? Yeah, we can get gas right across the river, so that's perfect. We might have a little trouble with the mud here, especially on the other side of the bridge. I'm not sure. This truck's tires are not very good yet. Seem to be doing all right so far. Let's just go into low range and engage the diff lock. Oh yeah, that's not too bad at all. Not bad at all. It'd be real nice to get a lift kit and some bigger tires on this truck soon. We have to remember not to accept our cargo to be loaded directly onto the truck, but rather onto the loading platform and use the crane. We can save a couple extra dollars that way. Really makes a big difference, especially in the early game when we don't have very much money. We really got to try to avoid any of those rollovers. We just took a little engine damage there, but one's not too bad. Yeah, if we can avoid any rollovers, that'll be a big help. Alright, let's refuel. And then for the best path over to the warehouse, I think we'll just go over the bridge. And we'll go through this little bit of mud through this river, and that's probably the shortest way. It's not too difficult, and we'll go through the little bit of mud, but it'll save us some distance, and I think that'll be the most efficient. And do a little shortcut here. Missed that mud around the corner. Oh. Took a little more damage. That's okay. We're doing all right. The crane makes a big difference on the truck. It really weighs it down more, and also adds a lot of height to the center of gravity, which makes it a lot more tippy. And that's not the greatest, but I think it'll even out with the cost saving on loading the cargo. Now that we've got the bridges opened up, that's a big help. Really saves us a lot of time and fuel. All right, here's the path we gotta take. Let's put it in low and engage the differential lock. This little crossing early game, before you get good tires and lift, is not a very good place to haul the cargo because there's no good winch points nearby, and you can get stuck pretty easily. Later, with some upgrades, it's not much of a problem, especially when you get a bigger truck like the Taiga or something else. Yeah, when we get a bigger truck, we'll find a lot of stuff is not too much of a problem on this Michigan map. I'm not sure if I want to buy just strict mud tires for working on maps like this, or if I want to buy the chained tires. Really want to try to save some of that money early game. Oh, we took a little more damage there, but it's okay. The chain tires are not quite as good in the mud. They're still rated as being good, but or average. I'm not sure, one of those two. But and the mud tires are excellent, of course. But the chain tires are quite good all around because they get good or average traction on the road, and a lot of the mud tires get poor traction on the road, so they're very, very versatile, and versatility in the early game is very helpful. All right, now we'll remember to use the loading platform. Okay, so loading platform, and we want service spare parts. Let's, oops, wrong key. Use the crane here. There we go. We got the first cargo. Let's get the second one. There we go. I'll put the crane away. Pack our cargo. Turn off the four-wheel drive to gain some fuel economy. Now let's go to the farm and grab that curtain side trailer. There's a little shortcut going down to the garage where this little side road joins the main road going around the hill, but I don't know if I want to take it. We might roll, so we'll decide when we get down there. Let's engage the four-wheel drive again. And we'll take this shortcut up on the right here. Maybe put in low range and engage the diff lock. Just crawl through some of this stuff. It's a little bumpy, but it's a pretty safe trail here. It's a very nice looking game for what it is. I find the scenery to be quite nice looking. Makes me want to go off-roading myself. Alright. Well, there's a couple rocks in this little valley up ahead, and sometimes you get hung up on them, so it's best to try to avoid hitting them with your tires and kind of straddle them in the middle. Sometimes without the lift and big tires you can get stuck on these rocks, and again there's not a lot of good winching points right here. There's a couple, but they're kind of up high and pull you into the rocks, but it's mostly coming the other direction. Oh yeah, we got a stump there we can winch off of as well. Now, straight ahead is where you can cut down to the garage and save yourself a little bit of time. You know, we might try that out, see how it goes. I think we can manage it. As long as we keep it in low, we'll be nice and slow and not really get any risk. Alright, there we go. Then you skip that whole big mud pit that shows up on the right when you come off that little side road. There we go, back into automatic. I think we'll refuel at this trailer here. Refuel. There we go. Then let's hook up this curtain side trailer. All right. Now we're off to the farm. Maybe let's do a little cockpit view here. This portion of the road is pretty easy. In fact, I don't think we'll have much trouble doing these two tasks here. It's a little muddy going into the farm, but overall it's really not that bad. Dangerous water level. You know, I had a friend once that was driving his Dodge. I think it was a 2010 Dodge Ram, and he went through a bit of water like that. Like, didn't even cover the halfway point on the tires, and it splashed it up into his intake and hydro locked the engine. It bent a piston rod, and and that was it for that engine. So never underestimate the water. If you're going through it, make sure your air intake is up to the task, essentially. You don't necessarily need a snorkel, but sometimes you just need to make sure the air pickup is located in a way that it won't pick up water that just splashes into it. Alright, we're just pulling up on the farm here. Take a right. go in here. We want to avoid going in that deep mud. I think we just drop the trailer off right here. There we go. Curtain side is done. Well, there's a contest. What's this contest here about? Let's take a look while we're here. Okay, it says, Dyson Diesel's regular food shipment has been delayed for days. If we don't get some grub over to those oil men soon, the rumbling in their bellies will be louder than the drilling. 6 minutes. And, so you have to go over to the drilling site. And then I think we have to load that manually, so I don't think I quite want to tackle that just yet. With hard mode, you're limited to 3 tries for a contest, and I would like to make sure that we are capable of doing it. You never know what happens. If this vehicle doesn't make it, then we get 2 more tries, and if we get a faster vehicle and then roll over or something, then could be we could not get the gold. So we'll just wait for now and get 3 tries on a more capable vehicle. Okay, so now we need to find a trailer. Where does it list the trailers here? We've got a sideboard trailer is at the town, and at the town, will it show us this one? Yeah, it does. Oh, hey, we got one full of planks there. I think we can just go. It's behind a mud puddle, but it's got the planks we need for taking to the boatman's house. So we'll drive down there, and we'll just like winch it over the mud hole so that we don't have to get stuck, because I think we'll get stuck with our current truck. Alright, let's just back up here and turn around when we get to the windmill there. Or, I don't know if you actually call that a windmill, but it's a wind something. Alright, we're off to the lumber mill. I think we'll just take the easy way, the first route that we had with the bridge that was already completed. And let's disengage the 4-wheel drive. I need to be more proactive in disengaging the 4-wheel drive when we're on the pavement. It really does save a lot of fuel. Okay, let's engage that 4-wheel drive again. We'll go around the fallen tree. Keep it in 4-wheel drive for another minute here, and we'll put it back in 2-wheel drive right here. There we go. It reminds me of where I grew up in British Columbia. Now I live in the prairies, so there's some trees, but not a lot of rock and mountains and stuff like that. This feels very familiar for me. I've never been to Michigan, but it might be fun sometime to go and check it out. Just push our way through those signs there. Sometimes you sustain damage when you hit them, so that was kind of a bit reckless hitting them fast like that. You know, we could have went right earlier too, but we'll be fine going through here. Oh, look at that. We got some more damage. We'll be fine, though. We'll just cut past that mud. And then get back on the trail right here. And we're going to put it back into automatic. I forgot what we unlocked last time, so when we do this, we'll head back to the garage because we're going to switch to the Chevy anyhow. And we'll, actually, you know what? We could go to the next garage after this, depending on what we unlock for tasks. Because we may unlock a few more around here when we complete this. And if we unlock a few more around here, we might stay and do a couple more. But if there's nothing good right around here, we'll head to the Smithville Dam. And I think we'll take this truck and just go to the garage there, because we'll probably do a bit of work over there, and then it'll just be closer when we bring the Chevy over there. Now, can I fit between these posts and the fence? Let's just back up a bit here, get a better angle. I really don't want to get stuck in that mud. Oh, there goes the fence. Let's just pull this back with our winch. Ooh. There we go. Let's turn around. Hey, I've never been to that island. It looks like you can drive out there pretty easily. We might get stuck though, so let's save that. Let's see if we can hook this trailer up with cockpit view. Can we see it in our mirrors? Not really. Hey, we did it. I think we pushed it back a little bit, but that's okay. Alright, now we'll just head up on the right here. You know what, let's make sure this cargo's all packed. I think it is, yeah, it's all packed in the trailer there. The international truck we have at work, it's an old dump truck. I don't know if it's from the 50s or 60s or what. I think it might be 60s. It's got it's a international 1850, and the tachometer is it's broken, so it just spins around, and the faster the engine spins, the faster the tachometer spins around. It's quite funny. All right, just gotta get up this little hill here. Might as well keep it in low range because we're not going anywhere fast. When you're going slow, low range definitely helps save fuel. But as soon as you start going faster, it's a good idea to switch into automatic, or if you have one of the other transmissions, you can go into the high range. I've never bought a highway gearbox or the fine-tuned. I don't think. Maybe once I bought a fine-tuned for the Jeep, but we'll have to try out a couple of those when we find a good use for them. I'm not sure if there's any maps that have a lot more road than these ones. I feel like for the most part, these maps don't have enough road for like the fine-tuned, or for the highway, sorry, for the highway gearbox. Okay, let's put it in automatic here. And we can put it into two-wheel drive. We got a bit of weight behind us, so we don't want to go too fast into this corner. Okay, and if I remember correctly, we're just gonna go straight through here, but we'll stop at the intersection and have a look at our road map. Oh, there's an upgrade there. I thought I got that upgrade already. Did I not? Boatman's house is over there. So I think what we'll do is we'll save that upgrade for when we move the Chevy to Smithville Dam, and we'll just go straight to the boatman's house and drop these off. And I think we can go up this road right here. It'll be a little tricky, but and while we're stopped here, I'm just gonna pour myself a cup of coffee. In true trucker form, gotta have some coffee. All right, let's get to it. Let's drop off this stuff at the boatman's house. Turn on our headlights there. I think we go right through these cones, and then we'll take a left. Might have a little bit of trouble with one hill here. I think we can cut a corner, and then that'll save us some of the trouble, because winding around going up the hill is really difficult. Let's put it in low range and engage the differential lock. Trailer's doing all right. Let's put it in automatic again. I think we can gain a little bit of speed. No, not really. Not enough to save us some fuel. All right, here's the hill. So this is about, I think, the only challenge. Trying to go up here. Oh. Let's maybe try going a little to the left. No? What are we getting stuck on? Might have to winch here. Alright, let's winch to this tree. That'll give us a little more of a straight pole. There we go. It's just a little too steep at the beginning there. I don't think our approach angle was very good. And I think this is where we cut the corner. Yeah, we'll cut the corner right here. Hope there's no tree huggers in the audience, as we will probably be driving over a few trees. I'm just kidding. If you want to hug trees, it's perfectly acceptable. I've hugged a couple in my life too. Alright, I think that's the house right down there. We'll just put it into automatic again here. Be careful not to hold the throttle as to get too much speed. And then I think we can just drive right down there. Nope. Couldn't have called that any better. Alright, oh yeah, we gotta select the task, start tracking. There we go, we got another 1,600 bucks. Now, they were all logging, right? Okay. And then this one was, oh, we can deliver to the farm. Bricks, wood planks, and metal beams. So, bricks come from the warehouse. Wooden planks come from the mill. And metal beams come from the town storage. So, I think we can do that. I think. And then, when we're grabbing the metal beams on the way back, we could just, like, stop and grab the upgrade on the way to the beams. I think that would be the most optimal course of action here. Now, I think we can fit through here. A little tight, but... And we're gonna need to stop and get some fuel at the fuel station probably, because we don't have a lot. We might be okay. We'll see how much we get when we get to the metal beams there at the town storage. Nope. Getting high centered, I think. Let's maybe try to go straight at this and turn it wide. Yeah, there we go. Easy does it. Let's go back in low range here. I think what we'll do is we'll put the steel beams in the trailer, and then we can just leave the trailer up at the gas station when we go down to grab the wooden planks. Or, you know, actually, I think we could just cross the river, and then we can get fuel at the fuel trailer if we think we're gonna make it, because we might have enough fuel to make it if we do that. All right. If we were just going to the town, we would be stopping here, but, oh, we passed the turnoff. You know what, though? We might have trouble getting the trailer through those rocks, so let's go down to the town storage, and we'll disconnect the trailer, and then we'll go up and get the upgrade. I think that'll be the most effective thing here to do. Let's detach the trailer, and I think what we want to do is, oops, that was a very solid ladder. I think if we pull up like this, woo, we can activate the anchor. We'll put the metal beams on the loading platform. Very efficient way of moving these. There we go. That worked perfect. Let's just turn around again. We'll just hook up the trailer and bring it out to the street here. Alright, let's drop the trailer. Oh, we made that corner, that's great. Then let's get this upgrade quick. We can use all the upgrades we can get right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that those rocks coming up the other way were pretty close together, and we wouldn't have been able to easily pull the trailer through it. So this worked out a lot better, I think. Alright, I'll just pull in and grab this upgrade. Alright, the AAT V8, I guess that's supposed to be 5.2 custom. It's for the, oh, it's a 5.2 for the Chevy. Alright. We'll probably want that at some point, but for now I'm more concerned about getting some bigger tires on that truck. Unless... Still haven't figured out how the upgrade system works, because sometimes you can do the upgrade for free. Maybe it's like you find the upgrade and the first installation is free, but if you want to install it on a second vehicle, then you have to purchase the next one. That might be how it works. I should pay attention. Let's go back and grab these metal beams. So fuel-wise, I think we'll be fine going down and grabbing the fuel at the trailer just across the bridge, because it's not too far. The train's not too terrible. Alright. Now that we're all hooked up. Try not to hit that post. There we go. And we'll just... What is wrong with that trailer tongue? We'll just go through the town over here and take this other side road down to the lumber mill. We're going to engage the four-wheel drive again. Keep our traction up while we go on this rough terrain. Oh my, oh my. There's some engine damage that has occurred. Okay, and I think we'll go around this building and just be pointed the right direction when we come out of the mill. I really need to start paying attention to the directions on the map. So which way is north and east and south. Cargo management. Okay, so we don't want to put it on the trailer. We want to put it on the loading platform. Go. Let's get the next one on the loading platform. And we'll grab that. Rotate it a bit. I think that'll do. Oops, wrong button. There we go. We'll try to avoid that mud puddle there. Put it in low range just to get some traction right in this spot. And then, if I remember correctly, I think we can just turn it real slow. I think we can just go up on this hill on the left side of the road, and as long as we come out on the trail the right spot, it's not too steep to roll us over. Gonna have some coffee here. Yeah, I think this is perfect. There we go. It's a little bit of a side hill, but it's not too bad. We're pushing it with the fuel, but I think we'll make it fine. Probably a better idea if we had gotten a little bit of gas at the gas station, so we wouldn't have to worry, but I think again here we might cut a little bit. We'll see. I know there's some stumps in here, and I don't really want to hit the stump. We're really pushing that fuel. Oh, there's a stump. Let's just try unpacking the cargo to give us a little weight reduction. Turn off the four-wheel drive just for the bridge. Engage the diff lock, get through that little muddy section. We're really close. I don't know if we're gonna make it though. Come on. We're not gonna move much after we get to 10. Come on. Oh my goodness. We're so close. Come on. Oh. Come on. Oops, wrong button. Did we make it? Did we make it? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Oh, we made it. It couldn't get any closer than that. That's twice in a row. Twice in a row that we were practically out of fuel when we get to this exact fuel carrier. That's crazy. Okay, let's look at our task again here. Husky forwarding, or was it Dyson Diesel? Yeah, so this is going to the farm. So we can go and drop that off right away. We'll go back by the garage, grab a bit more fuel, head to the warehouse, and then go back to the farm again. This one's starting to pay us a bit more. Let's pack our cargo. When it's unpacked, it can move to the side of the trailer and really throw the weight balance off if you're on a side hill or anything like that. Some of the later tasks will pay us quite a bit of money, so that'll be nice. A few of the last ones are upwards of about $20,000, and that really makes a big difference on the bank account. Alright, we just gotta make it up this hill here. Then it should be pretty smooth sailing to the farm. I think it's a little bit muddy. I'm not sure if we want to take the road around. I think we'll be fine. We'll just go through the mud slowly. I think we can cut right through here, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there we go. Just turn around. There we go. Just made that corner. We can actually fuel up a little bit right at this big trailer. I think we want to leave about 700 liters in the trailer. Ooh. Okay. Because you have to have a certain amount of fuel left in the trailer when you turn it in. But so I think we'll leave. I think we need to have 500 when we turn in, but we'll want to fuel up the trailer or the truck when we drop off the trailer. So we'll try to keep about 700 liters. When it's getting down below half, I think we'll haul the other trailers to it and just fill them up a bit more, and then we can take that trailer right away. Put it in low range and engage the diff lock. It's a little rough here, and we're not getting a whole lot of traction, especially with these tires. We're just coming up on the farm. And we can drop off all these supplies. I think we'll take the sideboard trailer to the garage and park it there. And easy does it. I think if we stay to the right here, we should be able to avoid a lot of the mud. I'm not sure how many fuel trailers are at Smithville Dam, but I know at one of the next maps attached to it has one of those big fuel trailers with the 5,000 liters or so in it. So we should be able to get fuel there, but yeah. Alright, let's unload the planks, and we'll unload the beams. And, oh, we need to take some medium logs here later, too. Okay, so then we'll go for the brick. So let's head to the garage there and unload this trailer and refuel. We can hit up the repair trailer as well and repair this truck. I wonder if we have to turn in the sideboard trailer that's actually in the swamp, or if we can turn this one we're pulling in and then just go and retrieve the other sideboard trailer later when we have more upgrades, and then just sell it. It might be the play if it allows me. I'm not sure what the game rules are like. Alright. A little bit more rough terrain, and then we'll be at the garage in no time. Yeah, the sideboard trailer is definitely lighter than the short flat deck trailer. Flat deck trailer has 4 sets of axles, or 4 axles, so it's definitely got more weight on it. Alright, we'll try to back that trailer in by that garage there. These are so hard to back up. Oh. That's so tricky. Nope, nope, that was the wrong way. I always get confused with these ones that have the front axles. Let's see. Okay. Just kind of want to go, I think, slight angle. Ah, that's good enough.